Welcome to my channel. So I just finished my 10-day JJ Smith vegan, keto, no sugar, no carb, no fun diet. And I just wanted to tell you guys all about it. So I want to tell you guys why I did it, what I did, how I did it, and all of that. As always, I can never wear my glasses because of the glare. Okay, so I did take some notes to make sure I cover everything. So if you guys don't know who JJ Smith is, just go on like Facebook, or I think she's on Instagram, but I know I follow her Facebook page. But she basically coined the 10-day smoothie cleanse, and I wanted to give it a shot. So first of all, why I did it is I just hit my 6-year anniversary of being married, and I wanted to do a cleanse for 10 days just to kind of reset my body. I wanted to make sure my skin was glowing and I looked extra snatched in my dress when my husband and I went out. So I wanted to do something to really reset myself, and I just feel like recently I've been extremely addicted to sugar and junk and just crap, and I wanted to get myself back in control. So when I did some research, of course I thought about juicing for 10 days, which I've tried that before, did not have a good experience. So I know how my body is, and I know that I need tons of fiber, so I opted for the smoothie method. And then when I started doing research, and I actually bought the JJ Smith book like in 2016, and I just never tried it, so thought I'd give it another shot. I went on her YouTube, I stalked her, I looked at her Facebook videos. She was on Dr. Oz several times. We have, I don't want to say similar body types, but I'm curvy and so is she. And so whenever I do things that people do, I try to make sure there's some sort of similarities, because I don't want to lose what I have, you know what I mean? But I want to be in shape, and I don't want to be fluffy, and I just want to feel good and look good. So you guys have to check out JJ Smith. Now I did do a modified version of her 10-day smoothie cleanse. And for example, my original goal was just plant-based for 10 days. If I feel extremely crabby and I need protein, like more than what I get in vegetables, I said that I was going to add salmon. Her cleanse said you can add eggs, but I was trying to not do eggs, just salmon. And I said that I was going to allow myself to drink, but if I drank any alcohol, it had to be clear. So tequila, vodka, gin, and I could only mix it with like seltzer water, some sort of sparkling water with no sugar, and also like a little bit of lime and lemon. But the goal was to not drink, but if I just felt peer pressure, then that was what I was going to do. And also no coffee. I was trying to do, of course, no dairy at all except for butter. Actually, no butter. It was just no dairy, sorry. So that was my goal. So it was a combination. That's the reason why I said keto in the beginning, because it was no carbs, no sugar. So now, what happened? Okay, so for the first 2 days, it was horrible, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it was horrible, but I was able to stick it out. So she has, in her book, she talks about why she did a smoothie cleanse. She talks about how it changed her life and many of her friends and family's lives. She talked about, then she gives you 10 recipes, and then she gives you recipes to do after the cleanse. So she highly recommends you stick to her specific smoothies, because she made sure to incorporate oils, just not oils. She made sure to incorporate certain food groups for a reason, right? So for the first 2 days, I did her smoothie to the T, and it didn't taste bad. Even though I was extremely addicted to sugar, I felt like I didn't necessarily need to add stevia to the smoothies, which she does give you the option to do, because stevia is low calories, and just do your research on stevia, but it's basically it's from a leaf, and it sweetens it's a natural sweetener. So there was like 1 or 2 juices or smoothies that I felt like I did have to add the stevia to. I felt amazing. So I'll tell you about my results, and then I'll tell you about some of the days and different experiences I had. So I did manage it. I managed to stick to it for a full 10 days. I do feel like afterwards, like now, I am not as addicted to sugar. I feel like I have more self-control. I felt like I was able to regain my self-discipline and self-control, and it felt really, really, really good that I was able to stick to something for 10 days. Now, did I mess up? Yes, I did, and I will be honest with you guys and tell you how I messed up. Now, during the 10 days, you have to drink a ton of water, and she also recommends drinking herbal tea. So I drank my gallon every single day. That's what I did before the cleanse. That's usually what I do like now. So I drank my gallon every single day. For teas, I would do green tea. There's a detox tea that I drink. And she also recommended these, doing like some sort of colon cleanse. So there's these magnesium pills she recommended, which I have used them even before this cleanse. They're called oxy powder. And I actually ended up getting a colonics after my 10 days, and I've been wanting to do a video on that because I feel like colon hydrotherapy is such a gray area, and there's so many misconceptions about it, but that's for another video. Just remind me. So if you guys really want to know about it, please do comment, because I want to make sure I'm putting out content that you guys are actually interested in. So my results, I lost about an inch on my waist and 7.5 pounds. Now granted, the first 5 pounds they say is usually water weight, but I feel like it was very close to a true 7.5 pounds, only because I was getting ready to start my cycle, and I start to pick up weight when I get ready to start. So even during that time, I felt like I did pretty good. I'm waiting until all that is cleared up to get on the scale again, but I felt really, 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 really good. Like I mentioned, I have more of a self-control when it comes to sugars and just random stuff that I was eating before. Okay, now I want to tell you guys how I messed up. No excuses, I own it. The one thing that I did do successfully is I had no meat for 10 days. No meat whatsoever. And to me, that was the easiest part. The sugar was the hardest part. And no, I did not get a headache. I just felt like first of all, I didn't realize how many things had sugar in it. And two, I just wanted it so bad. So what I did is I just ate more fruit, which it's not necessarily recommended to eat so much fruit only because of the sugar. However, I figure I would rather eat an orange and an apple than go get a Snickers, like at least I'm getting the fiber and the other health benefits that come from an orange or a banana or whatever fruit I decided to eat. So I did have to eat a ton of fruit. Whenever I crave sugar, I would just grab some fruit, and it did help quite a bit. I did drink, which in the beginning I said I wasn't necessarily not trying to drink, but I did drink 2 out of the 10 days. As far as dairy, so there was one day that I was like dying. Like I felt so weak and hungry, and there was no amount of smoothies that could satisfy my hunger. So one of the mornings I had 2 pieces of gluten-free toast, and I put butter on that. The butter that I use is Kerrygold. It's organic grass-fed butter. And then I had 2 organic eggs, which I only ended up eating 1. And I put a little piece of smoked salmon and a half of avocado on there, which was amazing. And that helped me so much, and it gave me the energy that I felt like I needed, because I felt really weak. So I did eat smoked salmon, and there's this little $10 pack of salmon from Trader Joe's, and that's the only like animal, so to speak, that I ate, because I didn't get like more than that just little pack. I had a wheel of cheese. So there's these little red, they're like literally this big, and it's mozzarella cheese. I did have 1 of those. I did have sugar. Yes. So how I messed up. I went to Trader Joe's to get the salmon, and they have these cookie butter cookies. If you've never had cookie butter before, don't try it, because it is so good and so addicting. So it was their brand new cookies, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy these cookies, and as a reward I'm gonna eat some of them when I get off of this cleanse. The first day that I bought them, which was day 5, I had just 2 cookies, and I was really proud of myself, and the cookies were like this big too. And then throughout the day, the next day I had some, and the next day I finished the box. So, or no, I finished the box. Dang, that means I finished the whole box the next day. Okay, so I'm a failure there. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about so you can see, because I do recommend those cookies. And other than that, oh, and coffee. I did have coffee 2 out of the 10 days, but I did no, I found almond milk that had no sweetener, and I added a pack of stevia, and I did a cold brew coffee for one of the days, and just a regular black coffee with the sugar-free almond milk and a packet of stevia. And I didn't even end up finishing it. I'm not really a coffee drinker, so I don't know if this might affect you differently if you drink coffee every day. Regularly for me now, I probably drink coffee 3 to 4 times a week, so I'm not like a daily coffee drinker. So one of the scale that I use to keep track of my weight, which I've actually had this scale since January. I love it, and I'll be sure to post the link below, but it's Renpho, and it's an electronic scale, or I don't know if that's the right word, but basically these little silver things are supposed to send, I don't know if it's called a shock, or send something. It's supposed to read something in your body and tell you about your body fat percentages, your BMI, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. And it also comes with an app that's completely free. So I bought this scale from Amazon. Like I mentioned, I had it since January. So you put your goal weight. So I had been trying to get down to 155 for forever, but I'm at 154.8 right now. So my BMI was down 1.2. My body fat percentage was down 1.1 and 7.2 for my weight. And I love this too because I wish you, let me see if I can fix it so you can see. Nope, sorry guys. Okay, I'm sorry. But it's super awesome, so I'm going to screenshot this so I can post a picture so you guys can see. But it's really cool. It has your BMI, your weight, your body fat, these random fats, fat-free body weight, body water, skeletal muscle, muscle mass, protein, bone mass, BMR, and metabolic age. And then it color codes it, so if it's green, then it's good. If it's red, obviously it's bad. If it's yellow. So I was hoping to get in the green for my BMI, but I have to lose 0.2 to be in my BMI. So I'm at 25.2 right now, and it wants me to be at 25. It is what it is. My goal was not to get skinny. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have curves. Love my curves. The main thing is I just felt really, I felt like I had a lot of inflammation, and I felt bloated a lot of the times, and my bowel movements were not as smooth as they normally are. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh my goodness. I went to the bathroom. Even before, I didn't even try the magnesium pills. I didn't even get to that point. I was going to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a day. And not like uncomfortable or disgusting, if you know what I mean. Just like a regular, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, it was the bomb. But I still, even when I got my colonics at the end of the 10 days, I felt like I didn't need it. I was just doing it like, this was my goal, to do this right after I finished, just to see. And I felt amazing. So I would highly recommend doing this again. And I think I have a video of me measuring so you guys can see. Unfortunately, I don't remember. I think I have a before picture. I'll have to double check, but I didn't take it right before I did the cleanse, so it might have been like a couple weeks before I did the cleanse, or maybe even a month before. So if it's not too far before, I'll post that as well as the video of me taking a picture after. So thank you guys so much for watching. I highly recommend the JJ Smith cleanse, or just doing some sort of cleanse. Guys, we do not detox enough. We're surrounded by toxins just from the air, just from chemicals, from our cleaning, from, you know, if you drink, if you eat meat, if you don't buy organic, we are surrounded with chemicals. So it's so important to detox, guys, and drink your water. And I do want to have more motivating videos. Maybe I'll do a video of me juicing or me making a smoothie. Oh, and I'm so sorry, that was one more thing I wanted to mention. My last day, I was able to juice for full 24 hours, which without being cranky or hungry or tired. And I think it was because of the smoothies that led me up to that point. So the day that I just juiced, I was fine. I didn't have a headache. I felt completely fine. So highly recommend this, guys. It did encourage me to incorporate green smoothies back into my diet. I used to do it a long time ago. And just making sure you're getting your greens. We forget about our greens so much. I blended turnip greens, I blended collard greens. I switched off between kale, chard, spinach, all of those greens. Like, guys, I highly recommend it. And if you don't know what you're doing, absolutely purchase the JJ Smith book. I think it's like $7 or $10, super cheap, and it's worth your life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place, but if you have any questions, make sure you guys comment below. I'll be sure to post pictures and also let you know where I got the scale from. Amazon, $25, and I'll post the link below.